Boy, every time we come back to this, I just have more and more to say. Boy, thank you very much to the wonderful world of the Crunchyroll app. So, at the time of recording for this, since we finished recording the actual Let's Play for Pirate Warriors, I am now actually, what am I, a third of the way through Marineford? Yeah, and I gotta say, everything inflammatory I've heard about Marineford, kinda true. It's a bit on the rough side, but you know what, it is whatever. So, what's up, boys? Back with more Pirate Warriors 1, and first of all, thank you very much for the huge views that Pirate Warriors 1 has been getting on YouTube erroneously. I didn't realize we're going to be hitting gold with that one. That was just kind of out of literally nowhere.
You're welcome.
And also, wow, it's actually been kind of interesting coming back to this game after so long. I'm glad that our new recording setup is doing well for the most part. Still got some hitches to work out, but you know, it's all good. MM Marineford, the arc of reactions, it basically is.
Cut away every 4 seconds to someone reacting to every punch.
Lingering on the panning shots for so fucking long every single time, it's insane. But we're not here to talk about that right now. I'll have more to talk about the next game we get to, Pirate Warriors 2. Or something else I've been cooking up since you have a little bit of a fire under my ass, and now
we can do that first. We'll have that finished in a day.
We will have that finished in literally like 2 hours if I have anything to say about it, if Nigel's able to help me. So, today we're covering some extra content for Pirate Warriors 1, and boy, wouldn't you know it, the game where the story mode is almost exclusively on Luffy, yeah, it's actually got some things that that other characters do that you wouldn't be led to believe at first.
You're good to go?
Oh yeah, right. First of all, we're gonna show off a little bit of co-op. We did this way back in the day for when we were...
The home button.
Home button active?
Hold it down. Okay,
okay, man. Now, we also did this way back in the day, which showing off a little bit of co-op for these games, because co-op and Warriors is fairly on the fun side, not gonna lie there. That being said, though, for Pirate Warriors 1, it is a little bit of a rough bag, to say the least, as in the formatting is not amazing. What character did you choose just now?
I chose Luffy,
right.
So you can have your baby.
Okay. Do I actually want him, or do I want to show us on a little more wild? I can go, oh god, level 8?
Actually, wait, hold on, go back.
Yeah. 40.
Circle.
Okay.
What stage did I pick?
Yeah, what stage did you pick?
Oh, wait, I haven't picked a stage yet. Never mind, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Well, that's hilarious. Anyway, you can see where the majority of the focus went into this game, guys. Level 50 Luffy, and then Zoro's level 50, and then the rest is kind of falling into place a little bit. Nami 15, Usopp 20, 45 for Sanji. I'm actually amazed you did get him that high, honestly.
I had a bit of fun with him, but it wasn't. But it was not enough to override the trauma.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I'll use him because you can still do some goofy dash canceling. More so when Pirate Warriors... Okay, Sanji is very funny because he's super unwieldy in this game, but every game afterwards, he does get incrementally better and better. It does have to do if you're able to dash cancel literally out of the air. It's very funny.
And by the time 4 rolls around, he becomes an A-tier character.
Literally. Oh, sweet Jesus. It's a little bit better if I chose fucking Whitebeard. Oh my god. That's even worse.
Did this game skip Skype? Yeah, yes it did.
It did, yeah.
So we're running at like 15 frames.
Oh god, yeah, it's noticeable. Holy shit, I forgot how much this chugged.
So the game already barely struggles to hit 30 most of the time. This, as we found out a while ago, is actually the worst running Warriors game on the entire PS3.
Yeah.
So that's not that much of a surprise. So the goal here, I picked this stage specifically because this is one of the few that's actually conducive to being run co-op, because there are 2 parallel paths we can both run at the same, or so I thought. We could run at the same time to actually cut this stage length in half.
Yeah, this is the big reason why we do want to show off co-op for this, because it is totally viable to do with friends as well as online, but in Pirate Warriors 1, considering how complicated the game can be, and you know, the cell architecture of the PS3, you get some very mixed results out of this. That being said, whenever this game...
You can see every frame of Luffy's swings.
I could feel my... Well, it's almost like claustrophobic almost with the slowdown you get here. Holy shit.
It's that... It really is the feeling. Slow beam.
Literally is, yeah, Jesus.
But also, you might have noticed something that no other Warriors game has ever done, I don't think, outside of them.
Shoot.
Vertical split screen.
Oh yeah, that's right.
As opposed to horizontal. So you have only half of your only half of your periphery.
If you looked at Sanji when he was just doing his ultimate, he with his level 2, he literally was lagging the entire time doing that. It was crazy.
I was wondering about that just now. I was gonna say...
Oh no, I just made the game worse. Holy shit.
I was gonna say, yeah, at some point I can feel input lag so massive it's like half, 3/4 of a second from when I stop dashing to when I actually hit the button.
Yeah. I guess also worth noting, since I believe this is still the case, Sanji is still the only other character in this game who has a transformation of any kind through his super. It does make him pretty unique in that regard, but unfortunately he's... Yeah, Sanji is basically just the worst Luffy in this game. I don't want to say that, because I like to believe that they can do some things differently, but not so much in this case.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. There's not much going on to most of the main characters.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Some characters you can very clearly tell are like half of a moveset. They start developing immediately once they get into the second game.
You know, it's very funny to think about. Like, we've been actually hyping up Pirate Warriors 2 for a little bit now, considering, like, not a few years ago, we were, like, loathsome of that game. But maybe it was just because of the presence of Pirate Warriors 3, but, like, genuinely, it's such a stark improvement over this game in hindsight.
It's one of those sort of things where you have to look at it in context. In context, the only other game is the first one. And it's passable, but very bad. Sorry.
No, it was more so the lag I was worried about.
I knocked him out of your moose, though. One is passable, but by no means above a 6 or even a 5. You jump up. The story in 2 is terrible, the stage layout in 2 is terrible, but the actual gameplay and combos and all that, your strings, improves so much that it brings it from like a 6 to a 7 or an 8.
Yep, it really is. I mean, what's the worst you have to deal with? Just a goofy story mode, which is like... I mean, let's be real here. Where One Piece is going anyway with Dressrosa, you're not really missing too much in the story at that point anyway. Especially off the heels of, you know, Fishman Island and everything.
So that's Kimono Sanji, I know, but is Kimono Sanji pre or post time? So the thing about that is, Luffy is the only character whose moveset, quote-unquote, changes when you wear his New World costume, which is to say, his level 1 goes from being, Bullet to being, not, Elephant Bullet? What the hell is it called?
Is Elephant Gun?
Elephant Gun, thank you. Yeah, it just changes to being Elephant Gun. He doesn't have any other alterations to his moveset. For Zoro and Sanji, who also get their post-time skip outfits, the only thing that changes is just their outfits. They still have their pre-time skip movesets, because they hadn't displayed a fight yet by the time this game came out.
More or less, yeah. Yeah, Zoro, it's like one game where if you choose a post-time skip outfit, Zoro still does Lion Song traditionally rather than like the weird Lion Song tornado thing he does in 2 and 3.
Is this starting to give you a headache too?
There's nausea of some kind forming. It's okay, we're almost done here.
That screen tearing I mentioned got a lot worse. Look at the bottom third of the screen.
Oh yeah, especially on your side, holy shit. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can see on Twitch, but like there's some weird-ass screen tearing going on with this game. It's kind of odd. Oh, I just noticed that even enemies on my side slowed down when you did your Muso. Holy shit.
It really cannot handle this.
Not really. It's just so funny to think how much more... Like, we sampled a little bit Power Wars 2 after we were done recording last time. Like, it is literally a night and day transformation. You go from a game that can handle maybe 30 to 60 on, like, but usually like around 30, to 2, which is handling 60 on a regular basis on the same hardware, no less.
I don't know that it necessarily goes all the way up to 60, but it's definitely mid-50s or in the 50s, though, which is
it's at least
enormous improvement over this game.
Oh, sure. Yeah, definitely. As well as a higher enemy count, too. It really goes to show how much Tecmo Koei was... Yeah, Tecmo Koei was optimizing as well as improving with their own engines changing as well. I think... okay,
so that's the weird thing. This is the worst running game alongside maybe Gundam 3. But... Yeah, tell us about it, Kurt. Or Bailey, I'm sorry. But, no, all of their other games to this point actually ran flawlessly. 6 ran a flawless 60, 7 ran mostly a flawless 60, Gundam 2 ran a flawless 60. This really just is, this is the odd one out. Which is weird, too, because you'd think if there would be a game that would have so many effects running it would destroy the game, that if anything it was going to be one of the Gundam games.
Yeah, right.
With
Considering
all the oh, they're just all here.
All the polygons on oh yeah, no kidding. All the polygons on the necks and everything. Yeah. I don't know where the hell you are. Oh wait, I got dude. Oh, this is funny.
Oh, can you keep him in place? Hey, we actually
something happened there.
We actually did something resembling coordination. But even what this game looks like normally is going to look like heaven in a few minutes compared to what this is right now.
Yeah.
You could only beg for 30 after seeing this.
Speaking of, I would like to bring mention to the fact that us doing obviously nothing's really come of it, but it is very funny to mention that us doing Pirate Warriors 1 at 2K using the M Classic upscaler got the attention of YouTube. Sorry, got gas. YouTuber with 166k subscribers, and they were like, holy shit, how does the game look so good on a PS3? I'm like, we'll see, we're wizards, but no, the real answer is we actually have technology, which is basically the same thing sometimes.
Yeah, we modded our PS3 to do an actual 1080p output, not just the fake 1080p that's like 960 by 1080 that the PS3 actually does.
I wonder if you could mod your PS3 overclock itself to actually do something like that. Because then you can overclock the CPU on the Switch.
You could theoretically set it to always do maximum resolution, but I can't imagine that would actually be all that beneficial for running games.
I don't know. I only bring it up because modding for PS3 has become a lot more stable these days, and people kind of figure it out more or less, even with Sony's bullshit cellular architecture. It's actually kind of coming a long way, and I do still have a spare PS3 Slim. I will not mind donating to the cause of getting it jailbroken and modding the fuck out of it. Hey, we're done. I love how you can always tell you're done with the stage when you're trying to attack and nothing happens.
Yeah. So we're never doing this again.
Yep, nope. The one-time showcase. And even then, for Pirate Warriors 2, co-op is definitely a lot more seamless, but it's also a little more headache-inducing, so I think we should divvy that between co-op and single-player stages. I think it might be the way to go.
What I'm going to want to do is basically keep doing single-player, and then for the big climax stages, then bring each engine to its knees with co-op.
Yeah.
With the stages that have the most going on. The Dressrosa stage, the whatever the stage in 3 is, what we did with Wano.
Mm-hmm. Choosing only giant characters.
There we go.